Hello, I am Mel Arant. I am the Coordinator of Clergy Services, and I am the Secretary of the Annual Conference. Bishop Fairley and I are looking forward to seeing you at Annual Conference this year when we meet in the Greenville Convention Center, June the 8th through the 11th, in Greenville, South Carolina. Registration has primarily taken place online this year. Those of you who have registered online, you have begun receiving your badges by the mail. We started mailing those out probably about the second week in May. If you have not received your badge yet, give it time. It's still coming. Badges are still being mailed out. If you lose the badge between now and Annual Conference, just know that you can pick up a duplicate badge from one of the registration tables when you arrive at Annual Conference. Those of you who have pre-registered online, you can take those badges that you've received in the mail. You can present them at one of the packet pickup stations at Annual Conference and receive a badge holder and a printed packet of all the material that will be used at Annual Conference. If you have not registered online, you can register in person at the Greenville Convention Center on June the 8th and 9th. A reminder that all of the reports, all of the information, all of the video reports are available now online at www.uncsc.org/AC2025. A note about lay members to Annual Conference. If you are a lay member whose name was reported on the electronic charge conference reports by your charge at the end of the 2024 charge conference year, you can register now without any delay. The same is true for an alternate lay member who is replacing a lay member who has not already registered, if your name was also reported electronically on the charge conference reports. If you are an alternate replacing a lay member who is already registered, or you are an alternate who is not reported on the charge conference reports, please know that your pastor will need to complete a lay member change form before you can register and be seated as the voting lay member for your charge. That form can also be found on the same website. Now, if you are a new lay member to Annual Conference, having never been before or only once or twice, or maybe you're an experienced lay member attending Annual Conference but you'd like a refresher, please be aware that there are 2 lay member orientation sessions that will be offered on the afternoon of June the 8th. For more information about those lay member sessions as far as time and location, please pay attention to the special events calendar that's listed on the Annual Conference page. One last note. This is a historic session of Annual Conference for a number of reasons, one of which is that we will be considering 4 proposed constitutional amendment changes that were approved by General Conference last year. A proposed constitutional amendment change must first be approved by General Conference with at least a 2/3 majority vote. That occurred for these 4 proposals last year at General Conference. Now, every Annual Conference must consider these proposed constitutional amendments. To be passed and ratified, at least a 2/3 affirmative vote is needed of the aggregate number of lay and clergy members voting in all Annual Conferences. For this reason, we will know the number of persons who voted and cast ballots in South Carolina, but we won't know the outcome until it's released by the General Church, probably sometime in November of this year. The proposed amendments are in the online information mentioned earlier. There are also links to videos, flyers, and websites that talk extensively about the proposed amendments. I encourage you to study them and avail yourself of all these resources that have been put together across our connection. When we do actually vote on the constitutional amendments, we will do so by taking 4 separate written ballots. Now, ballots will only be distributed to full clergy members and seated lay members. That will be white badges and blue badges, as they are the only ones eligible to vote on constitutional amendments. In addition, ballots will only be given to persons who are seated in the actual bar of the conference. Please remember, I said seated, not standing. When a ballot is open, no one else will be allowed to enter the bar. The bar area will be closed until the ballot is closed. Now, once a ballot is closed, we will allow people to come in and sit down, people to leave before the next ballot is taken. But please note, if you leave your seat before the ballot is closed by the bishop, your ballot will be invalid and not counted. Again, if you've already registered, thank you. If you've not registered, you may do so in person at the Greenville Convention Center. I look forward to seeing you there. Peace and my prayers for your safe travels to Greenville. See you soon.